Hey Bandidos, today I bring you the just stand there and let me beam you until you're dead build. It's got the offense, it's got the defense, and it makes heroic elite named bosses absolutely useless. Hit like if unique and effective builds are your thing, and comment Umbra Animal down below to support the channel.
Well, you can tell by the way I use my walk.
Hey Bandidos, in this last video, I gave you 3 DPS builds, each with an amazing time to kill and added survivability. This is a hybrid DPS build, not like what you typically see around. This build is running the equivalent of 6 red weapon damage cores, 2 blue armor cores, and a strong 6-tier tanky shield that is very difficult to break. And for crowd control, it wields a 4 skill tier riot foam. We have 1.1 million armor, up to 11% armor regen, 20% bonus armor, 10% armor on kill, and great damage power-ups. It starts with the weapon, which is the mechanical animal. I got crit chance mods and a 20% stability mod with the Omega suppressor, as well as an extra 20 round mag. The mechanical animal has a nice high base weapon damage, 720 RPMs, and a 50 round mag. I have damage to targets out of cover. It's got a decent 1.9 second reload, and the talent, which is the future perfection, gives us 1 skill tier for every kill for 19 seconds, and you can stack up to 3 of those. And then weapon kills after skill tier 6 will grant you overcharge for 15 seconds. The cooldown on that is 90 seconds. The difference between future perfect and future perfection is the 19-second timer. On the non-perfect one, it's 15 seconds. So you don't have to use the mechanical animal, but I actually really like the mechanical paired up with the Umbra Initiative gear set. If I wasn't running the Umbra Initiative gear set, I'd probably choose my Police M4 and run future perfect on that. The Umbra Initiative gear set gives us 15% crit chance, 30% reload speed, and the talent called From the Shadows into the Light, which basically gives us 50% crit damage and 15% RPM boost. It also gives us 40% armor regen over 5 seconds when in cover. That's the equivalent of 8% armor regen. Now, because I'm running the chest, we basically double our offensive stacks. So instead of 50, we're now getting 100% crit damage and now 30% RPM boost. And that's why I like running the mechanical animal with Umbra Initiative, because without Umbra Initiative, it kind of feels slow and kind of boring. But when you add that 30% RPM, it really makes this weapon more fun to use. Now, as you can see on the gear set, I'm running weapon damage, and crit chance, and basically it's gonna look like that everywhere. So the mask has the same, and then you can see the same on the gloves as well as the knees. Now for the holster, I decided to go with the Picaro's holster, and actually that 10% skill haste is handy for the riot foam. It's not necessary, so if you want to run something different, fine, but I wanted that 50% weapon damage there. That's giving us the equivalent on this build of a 6 red core build because of that. And I got crit chance and an armor core. I tried running this with less armor, and it really performs best at 1.1 million, and that's because our front side is so strong that we're using the shield a lot. But what inevitably happens is somebody starts tagging you in the back, and that 1.1 million armor really helps take some of that damage and also gives you more added resistance on kill when you pick up that bonus armor. So that's the deal with that, as well as driving a little bit more armor regen to us. And then finally, I am running the Memento. I definitely recommend this for the 3 cores. So we got weapon damage, armor, and a skill tier. Both of those are very important, that armor and skill tier especially, but as well as the weapon damage. I got crit chance, and it's all about those short-term buffs. So every time we pick up a trophy, we're gonna get 5% weapon damage per red core, 10% bonus armor per blue core, 5% per skill tier. Now we're gonna have 4 total skill tiers, so that's 20% skill efficiency on top of the long-term buff from the Memento, which is 30% skill efficiency. So you're gonna have 50% skill efficiency, and then it's gonna scale by 20% every time you grab a trophy and stack those trophies like we're doing. As far as bonus armor, we're gonna have 20% bonus armor, and then 10% actual armor on kill from Gunner. So an effective 30% armor on kill, and that bonus armor is stackable cool. And finally, when we pick up a trophy, we're gonna get 5% weapon damage times 5 red cores. And so that's 25% weapon damage plus a 30% weapon damage on the backpack. And that 25% is stackable by 25. So 25, 50, 75 on top of the 30 from the long-term buff. The other long-term buff from the blue cores is the armor regen. So we have 3% armor regen, which is about 33,000 armor back per second. So here's where things get interesting. I'm running the Crusader shield and I got some just basic mods here. The shield right out of the gate is a tier 3 shield. So we got 2 blue cores and 1 skill tier, making it a tier 3 shield. The mechanical animal on kill is giving us another skill tier up to 3. That's gonna push this shield to a tier 6 shield. Now, if you configure this differently, you can get your shield into overcharge, which gives you shield wall and makes that shield invulnerable. I tried this, I ran it this way. The reality is your shield is strong enough at a tier 6. You don't really need it to be invulnerable. And that's because if you sit there and kind of walk around like a tank and your shield popped up and you don't move quickly, what's gonna end up happening is you're gonna get flanked and you just don't have that kind of defense on your backside. That's also why I decided to run that 1.1 million armor, because you do need the defense on your backside to take a little bit of damage as you're killing everybody that's standing in front of you. I tried different configurations. I tried running Technician up here. I also tried running Firewall to get that striker shield that gives us additional damage. But in the end, it was Gunner that I chose, and that's because we needed that armor on kill to continue to push forward playing offense. As we're taking damage, we need to heal through it, and the bonus armor helps, the regen helps, and the 10% armor on kill also helps. And you're gonna have to pop and cover time to time to pick up your offensive stacks anyways, and when you do that, you're gonna get that 40% armor regen over 5 seconds. If you're looking to be part of a strong, positive community, then I have you covered. Join Tux's Discord. We're not elitists, and we're so much more than just clans and raids. Tux's Discord continues to grow as the central hub for the player base that loves this game and wants to see it thrive. And if you love builds, this is the spot. Also, join Tux's Players Club to support the channel, the cause, while getting access to member perks and extra content like gaming music playlists. Click the join button below. This is super cool. So I'm running Riot Foam, and right out of the gate, it's a tier 1 Riot Foam. So we're gonna have 3 canisters of foam. That's what's important. The ensnare duration is 7.2 seconds. We're gonna get 30% skill efficiency on top of that. So that's gonna improve the duration of that foam and improve our skill haste to drive down the cooldown so that we get our ammo back faster. The mechanical animal is gonna drive 3 additional skill tiers so that we're gonna pick up more Riot Foam in snare health and duration. And what's really helpful actually is the radius. It makes it easier to Riot Foam multiple enemies, and so you can shoot it faster without having to aim or anticipate your shot too much. And so this is gonna get pushed to a tier 4 Riot Foam, which is gonna be plus 4 ammo. That's 4 more on top of the 3 ammo we have. So you're gonna be at a total of 7 canisters of ammo. And remember, you got the 30% skill efficiency on top of that. And then you can have the 200% in snare health, 40% in snare duration, plus 20% radius at that size. So this is very strong Riot Foam. You don't need it to be overcharged. In fact, I found when the Riot Foam was overcharged, because I did test that, I was accidentally Riot Foaming myself a lot because we're playing close quarter combat. So it's really not advised to go with the overcharge for the foam. It's just a little bit too much for playing inside like we're doing. So looking at the stats, we have 53% crit chance, 105% crit damage, which is going to get another 100% crit damage. So this is actually 205% crit damage. And so you can move this around a little bit and push up your crit chance a little bit higher to about 59%. That's actually probably advised. I had moved this around forgetting that we're having 200% crit damage. The time to kill on these 3 assault rifle DPS builds will surprise you.
Follow me.